Welcome to another edition of your Detroit Sports Bar. Today's topic, those darn Lions. What are we going to do with them? Let's find out from Bob and Dave.
Welcome to another edition of your Detroit Sports Bar. Well, it's got to be the morning after.
What else is there to say about the Detroit Lions again? As they laid another egg in San Francisco yesterday, getting smoked. As a Lions fan, does it get any worse than this?
It has been a couple times, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've been through this drill. I mean, we're the same age.
Why are we upset about this? I mean, this is what we're used to. Come on, 0-3.
Yeah, beaten by coach like we had mentioned yesterday. How's that Mike Marks? That goddamn Mike Marks. Oh, that's right. He's on the other team, San Francisco. Oh, that was Sullivan. He was terrible yesterday in front of the Lions. Oh no, he was on San Francisco. Oh, no kidding. Players leaving Detroit and being successful. KJ Duckett. God, he did good yesterday for us. He scored 2 touchdowns. No, 2 touchdowns for Seattle. And I think that's the whole point of knowing talent and not.
He was with Detroit before.
Yeah.
And now he's got 2 touchdowns already?
With the other team. He fled Detroit like all sane football people. Yeah, why do we get upset? I haven't watched much football. Going to be 50. I swore him off 4 years ago.
No, yesterday I work retail. I have those retail hours, and I'm a football fan, so it's tough for me. So it's kind of nice to get a 4 o'clock game, being that I'm off at 5. I thought, well, I'm going to rush home and try to catch the second half, and it was 21-3 as I was listening on the radio. So no sense in getting a speeding ticket for that. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Oh, like you said, you go on a rant. I've mentioned it before, and people laughed at you. This isn't rocket science. It's football. Don't let the coaches feel that this is really something deep. They play fantasy football.
I feel a rant coming on. You ready?
Yeah,
Are you ready for your rant?
Slightly.
Are you ready? Are you geared up?
Yeah, I'm getting geared.
Are you geared?
But then my doctor said, in fact, I'm breaking it right now. I shouldn't be watching football nor mention the Detroit Lions. But like all crack line addicts, I felt this is a public service announcement.
It's a public service announcement. It's not a rant, then. It's a public service
public service announcement. Yeah. It's like over the years you see the same stuff over and over and over and over, and now they're 0-3. And are they going to win a game? They may, if the other team doesn't show up. In fact, they will not lose next week. Playing, but we've seen it over and over and over and over and over.
So you're saying we've seen this before?
Over and over. One playoff win.
Right.
Wayne Fonts. I ripped on Wayne Fonts. At least Wayne was smart enough to surround himself with some halfway decent coaches. And this man right here, Barry Sanders. Again, another player who got smart and fled. In fact, ran out. Everybody was mad at him for quitting. Why not? Why would you want to subject yourself to this any longer? There you go. Barry, funny. Remember them days?
Watch it go.
Barry, go, touchdown, Barry! Billy Sims, and we got a heck of a field goal kicker this year.
Well, Hansen's our leading scorer, I think.
Yeah, he's a bright spot.
Yeah,
I wonder if he can block. Maybe put him on the defensive line.
They should trade him for his own good, so he can actually maybe go to a winner and help somebody out. Have a chance at a Super Bowl. I don't know.
I don't know. Being a Lion fan, went down there first game. God. 1969, Monday Night Football against the Chicago Bears. Now, it's going to be 50 in 6 months, and boy, one playoff win. That would be, was that 1991 against Dallas? That was it, remember? There's a parallel. Detroit and Dallas were on about the same path.
Right.
And again, one went one way, one went the other. It just astounds me. I mean, we talked about it, beat it. If it wasn't such a big football state, and if we didn't really care, people, you'd go, okay, that's a lousy team. But boy, when fans have been clamoring for a winner over the years, and they still haven't been able to deliver anything, it's almost like a Shakespeare play, tragic, I mean,
right.
It's just tragedy is what we're looking at. And I think the national media are starting to stoke the flames. Michael Strahan was pretty outspoken. Howie Long, Matt Millen's good friend, finally had to make a comment about his dear beloved Menza friend. I guess that's what angers fans too. Matt Millen's behavior. He doesn't even live here. Why has he been able to collect, like, what's it, $5 million a year? I mean, geez, oh Pete, 10% of his draft choices have actually been effective. 10%. How many fans out there could do better just by pulling out a guide? Could save a lot of time on scouting. Just get a few fans and go, hey, pick. Would you think he'd do better?
You know, Matt Millen, and basically what it amounts to, in my opinion, with the Detroit Lions is you got 3 people in the organization that are in over their head.
Yeah.
Number 1 is Marinelli, great guy, great defensive line coach. Sorry,
yeah.
He's offensive the way he's been coaching, but sorry about that.
Offensive, yeah.
Anyway, so he's over his head. This job is not for him.
Right.
Matt Millen, gosh, I mean, he'd have a hard time constructing something with Legos, to be honest with you. Probably a real nice guy, but again, over his head. And probably the nicest guy of all is a guy who owns the team, Mr. Ford. I'm sure he's a great guy, gives to charities all the time. But again, over his head. This is not a toy that he should have. It should be handed out down to Junior, which, by the way, he spoke out today, didn't he?
Yeah, he sounded like us fans, didn't he?
He did. That was reassuring to know that, you know, if he ends up with the team, at least he's kind of like, you know, a fan with us. He's understanding what we're feeling. It's frustrating. We don't want to just have a franchise. We want a competitive franchise, and we've been longing for that. I mean, this town would absolutely go nuts. We would go nuts if we had a championship caliber team. If we had a team heading to the Super Bowl, they would not hear, you couldn't hear themselves calling the signals up in that stadium.
No.
It would be nuts.
Well, remember when they got a whiff of it, when they went 12-4.
Right.
In the Silver Dome, they blow the roof right off of it. There were no better fans around loud, supported their team. Heck, they support them now. God knows why. I mean, I get this in loyalty, hoping against hope. I mean, it's kind of like looking through rose-colored glasses. You know, you hope against hope that maybe somehow they'll put something together, like a lot of franchises do. And they've been well, they couldn't even do that. I guess what we should have known is when Matt Millen came in and you know, they were 9-7. You know, fired Mueller and got Marty Morningweg, another person in over their head.
Probably a real nice guy again. You know.
Marty's great. They're in Plymouth. In fact, my brother-in-law, he sold his home. Very nice man. He's doing great in Philadelphia. Head coach.
Hey, Mr. Ford, I'm a real nice guy.
Yeah, I can hire us.
Hire me.
I'm begging you.
And I'll tell you what, after a couple of years, I'll say, I can't do this. I'll take my couple of million and go.
Yeah,
I'll be done.
I'm not like him.
Hire me.
I'll work for $500,000 a year.
500.
That's all I'll take. $500,000, and I guarantee you, in the draft, I'll probably be able to pick 1 or 2 picks will actually make the team. That's not a bad deal. We should have known with Matt Millen when he got rid of Jeff Hardings. Remember? God, he wasn't good enough. We gave him away to Pittsburgh. God, he only played there 10 years. Boy, Matt, now that's really being on the ball and knowing football. Genius. I mean, that is pure genius right there. I mean, the draft choice with all those receivers.
Right.
God, I didn't know he had such an infatuation with receivers. Maybe he always wanted to be one.
I think we need to be careful. We're treading water. Oh, you meant, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Anyway, moving right along. Hey, you know, the only thing I can think of right now, the Lions are 0-3.
Yeah.
There's only one good thing that's coming out right about now is Red Wings training camp.
All right, Red Wings. Go Wings.
Go Wings. Stanley Cup again. Championship. We're going to do it again, the Red Wings.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to have a team to cheer for.
An organization.
Yes.
Just like, well, there's parallels. Back when the Wings were owned by the Norris family. Sound familiar? Losers for years and years. Mike Ellis buys it, slowly builds it up, and adds Scotty Bowman, put the little pieces together. Rest is history. It all comes down to that.
Right? It sure does.
Yeah.
And don't forget, another edition of your Detroit Sports Bar will be coming up, and it's going to be Front Runner Friday, and I got a feeling it's going to happen pretty quickly this year.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, Front Runner Friday is when you get to select a front-running team, you know, that's still in the playoff hunt, you know, after our beloved Detroit Lions are eliminated. So we'll see you then.
Thank you. If you're watching, Junior, please Do what's right. We're begging you.
Here, have a drink. It's gonna be all right. Have a drink. It's gonna be fine.
I knew I should have got off the sauce.
This has been your Detroit Sports Bar. Leave your comments. Do you think you could run the Detroit Lions better than Matt Millen? Gosh, I think my grandma could. And she's dead.